product in March 2020.
What a journey.
About a year and a half to get everything set up. Yeah.
I'm busy. Obviously, Beck said that you're crazy busy doing a lot of stuff.
Busy. We've actually just had to hire a couple of people this year because it was just getting really hard to manage with just the two of us.
Congratulations. Who's your co-founder? Is that your...
Yeah, it's my husband. Yeah.
Your husband?
We started business together. Yeah.
And what's his name?
Kyle.
Okay, just so that I can introduce.
Cool.
Awesome. And you just do gin and vodka, or?
Yeah, so at the moment we just have a gin and a vodka. We'll probably also release some liqueurs in time, but focusing on gin, vodka and liqueurs.
Beautiful. Okay, let's get started. I won't waste any more of your time.
No worries.
We'll go for about half an hour, 40 minutes. We'll have a bit of fun. And all of those questions that I sent through were just a rough guide so that we can get the most out of the podcast.
Sounds good.
It's about promoting your journey, your business, where you are now, how you got there, any hurdles. I'd love to deep dive into the liquor license side of it, because I'm assuming that's quite difficult to get and a lot of compliance.
Yeah, so I've answered a bit of the questions on that, but that's more Kyle's domain. Okay. So I've done a bit, but Kyle was the one that set up the licensing side, so he's our licensee. Right. But I can still answer. I can give you a bit of insight into how that process. Yeah.
Excellent. Let's get started.
Oh.
Welcome to Switch Your Sitch podcast with your host, Katie Turner. I have a very important guest because I love their product as well. I love getting guests on we just did one with Nexpa, which I mix with your vodka. So I
perfect.
A bottle of Finder's distilled vodka last year from one of my clients, and didn't realize it was an Australian product. And not only was it Australian, it was produced here in Sydney. So Georgia Ford and her partner/husband founded Finder's Distillery on the northern suburbs of Sydney, actually in St Leonard's, where a bit of my old stomping ground. I owned a personal training studio in Crow's Nest and lived in St Leonard's for 6 years. So I know exactly where they are now. I wish they were there when I was there. So Georgia and Kyle founded Finder's Distillery in 2018. And what a beautiful product. They focus mainly on gin and vodka. So welcome, Georgia. I'm going to hand it over to you to give us a little bit about your background and why gin and vodka and why started distillery.
Yeah, so I grew up in Sydney. Prior to starting the distillery, I was working as a women's wear buyer for an online fashion retailer called The Iconic. Mm-hmm. So I worked there for about 5 years. And we'd always loved drinking spirits. We have